You think you're making conscious decisions every day, but what if I told you 95% of the decisions you make are actually driven by an implicit conscious brain? We're creatures of habit. The neuroscience is clear. Your implicit memory system, the part of your brain that stores learned behaviors, emotions, and beliefs, is quietly calling the shots most of the time, especially when you're stressed, triggered, or tired. Your reaction? It's often just a replay of an old survival strategy, not a conscious choice. This is why you find yourself in the same arguments, why you shut down when someone gets close, why you say, I didn't mean it like that, and still feel misunderstood. Because your implicit brain is just running the script it learned in childhood, in past relationships, and environments where safety meant control, avoidance, or people pleasing. But here's the good news. Once you become aware of the pattern, you can interrupt it. I'm Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions, and I am a licensed mental health counselor and a brain coach. And I've spent over 20 years in the field learning about the brain and behavior and how it interacts with others. And I've found some fascinating news I want to share with you. Our brains are there to build for survival and to react as quickly as possible. It's why we get into the situations we get into. And so it's important for us to be aware, accept, and find action and an ability to overcome these survival patterns. So let's explore the 5 ways to know that you are reacting in a relationship and secretly ruining it. Number 1, you get defensive instead of curious. You hear feedback as an attack. Your implicit brain is protecting you, but it's pushing people away. Number 2, you shut down emotionally. Conflict triggers your freeze response. You go quiet, numb, or say, I'm fine, when you really are not. Number 3, you over-explain or justify yourself constantly because deep down, you're afraid of being misunderstood or rejected. It's a trauma loop. Number 4, you keep score in relationships. That tit-for-tat mindset, it's your survival brain trying to regain control when you feel vulnerable. Number 5, you replay conversations and regret your words. You didn't mean to say it that way, but in the moment, your reaction took over, and now the shame spiral begins. So how do we fix this? How do we get out of these toxic patterns that we are all repeating almost all of the time? The simple fix of getting out of these toxic patterns and these reactionary tendencies is to ground. Take that deep breath, find a neutral zone, get curious, and start owning your side of the street. The reality is that as soon as you get defensive, your energy is defensive, and people are picking up on that defensive energy, so they're getting defensive, and it just goes back and forth. I talk a lot about on these programs and in my coaching sessions, the trust feedback loop. We are losing trust with ourselves. We are secretly, slowly diminishing ourselves, and it's causing us to lose trust in others and for others to lose trust in us. And so when we trust ourselves, when we are authentic, we are humble, we are owning our side of the street, using those I feel statements, calming down so that we aren't in an avoidant place, we then can be curious and start meeting our partner where they are at. We're able to zoom out and see the bigger picture. One of the greatest ways to regain control in an argument is to get curious and be able to have and offer perceived control. Perceived control means that no matter what the option is, you're winning. If you feel unseen and heard and you feel like your partner is ignoring you, then whether or not your partner chooses 1 hour a week or 3 20-minute times a week to sit and be present with each other, it's a win-win. you're going to have that time that you're desiring. So it doesn't matter which way they pick. And it's a win-win for them because they feel like they're in control. They see they're feeling valued. They're feeling like they have some agency and they want to lean in on it. And remember, if you're in a relationship, an interaction with two people, there's a motivation there. For whatever reason, you two are interacting because you both want a job, because one's your boss or one's a person that you're not allowed to fire. It's an intimate relationship, so you really do like each other. You wouldn't be where you're at. A long standing or building new friendships or even family, there's a motivation to be there. And don't ever forget that why, because that motivation is how you're going to build on value and capacity as you continue to show up over and over again. And just remember, your reactions are not who you are, it's the patterns that you've learned. And every pattern can be rewired with awareness, acceptance, and action. So pause before you respond, breathe before you react, and choose curiosity over control. Because when you become conscious of the unconscious, you take your power back. Want to break free from your reactionary mode and build deeper connections? Follow me, subscribe, and share with your accountability partners. And together we'll build a happier, healthier, more purposeful life. Follow me for more brain-based strategies to rewire your habits, regulate your emotions, and start healing who you really are. Drop a heart if this hits home, or tag someone who's ready to stop reacting and start healing.